Yeah. So now, in regards to what has been the drama, or what we have applauded and preferred here over the last few weeks within PulseChain. So the IPFS links, basically the decentralized links that are on all of the front ends for the PulseChain bridge now, PulseX. Those are really the main two. RH tweeted the other day about how Uniswap front end endorsed false reports to hosts for being a scam because Uniswap front ends are so often forked to make scams. So he talked about that. Like this happens to Uniswap as well, and these other different front ends. So the rest of crypto is just going to have to get on board with what is happening in PulseChain. And I don't mean like so they can use PulseChain. I mean, in the long run, this is what is going to start to happen because of some of this regulatory stuff, the asinine stuff that Chief Warren is trying to get across and things like that. All of these things in this attempted legislation and what they're trying to do to shut down crypto, I think people need to get familiar now. There's this whole conversation of like, oh, for retail investors, it's going to be so hard for them to understand what an IPFS link is and click it, or, God forbid if they had to download the bridge or something like that, even though in past crypto markets, people downloaded and had wallets on their PCs and things like that. I think people who actually care about crypto and are interested in it and want to get into the stuff that is actual decentralized finance in the future are just going to have to get on board with understanding that you'll need to maybe do one extra little click or something. Yeah. So governments can't just shut down links that are out there, or, download files or whatever it is. It isn't that hard. It's something people do all the time in their regular lives and have done before in crypto. I mean, like you do things like this. You download applications. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
So I just think people, and I am talking specifically to a couple people within PulseChain that I'm sure people know who I'm talking about, just need to stop bitching. And if you're constantly bitching and not offering like any solutions or anything, start positioning it differently or offer a solution is all I have to say. So, but what do you make of it? I mean, I again, love that we're going in this direction. And I think that other true DeFi products that really care about themselves and, how they are to the rest of crypto, they should adopt what we're seeing here at PulseChain.
I think you will see that. I think we'll see that moving forward, probably a little bit later in the, in this cycle. I really think that we always say it, Richard's a couple steps ahead, and people will see it. People will take the idea and they'll run with it. Now, you have to have a website to host them. Obviously hex.com go.hex.com is a site that hosts those IPFS links. There will be other ways to obviously have to get them out there, because you can still take those websites down. The IPFS link will be there. You may just have to find another source to get it, but people need to get used to it now. Again, you said it. What's one more step? Crypto isn't easy for the beginners. It is a process that you have to learn. You have to do it a couple times to feel comfortable with it. Now we do it in our sleep. You can do it with your eyes closed pretty much. As with anything that you do and you learn a new process, it's going to be difficult. So if you learn it the right way the first time, I really think that this will be adopted by many other people to protect their true DeFi. Obviously, the ones that are true DeFi, I think you'll see it may weed them out a little bit too, and help you figure out who is real DeFi and who isn't. Could be a litmus test for that to see who's, who doesn't want it and who wants to keep things on a platform that could always be removed. And when that platform is gone, so is your money,
Yeah, exactly. And great comment by Carl in the chat that I highlighted a minute ago. So he says, try opening a bank account. If you want to talk about like, oh, it's so difficult, I got to click this IPFS link. Open a bank account. If you want to look at it in a crypto form, the comparison I've been making is like, try getting on an exchange. All of these things take as much as actually more time than the one extra step to make sure you're actually decentralized. I just don't understand. some of this stuff. I mean, you have to sign off your firstborn basically to do some of these other things. So, yeah, again, it is, how do you choose? And I don't mean to get like hippy dippy here or anything, but how do you choose to look at the world? Like, are you going to view everything from a negative prism and find something to complain about, not offer any solutions? Because that's what anybody that is bitching about that's what they're doing, in my opinion. So, all right, well, if you don't think the retail is going to get in, then hurry up and sell and go buy Solana or something that's already gone up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? I know I'm not saying that there can't be like dissenting opinion. There certainly can. I don't mean that. We need ideas and stuff like that. But if all you're doing is complaining and not offering any ideas, I don't really have any time for you. So
exactly.